Hi everybody, welcome back. Hi Jacob, how are you doing today? Hi Top Bins, welcome to the stream. I love your dress today, thank you Jacob. It's not actually a dress this one, it's more like a sort of dungaree kind of thing. Very comfortable though. Hi Fireplace, welcome along. We'll just give it a few minutes, let everyone join. Yo, says Connor. Hi Connor, welcome aboard. Got a bit of an itchy neck today. Apologies, I'll try not to scratch too much. What have you done today? Asked Jacob. Not a great deal today, to be honest. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, but I've done a little bit of housework, washing pots and tidying my room a little bit. But yeah, I haven't really been out of the house today. I've got a bit of a cold coming on. I think it's because the weather changed so quickly. We had a bit of a mini heat wave last week, and now all of a sudden it's freezing cold again. So I've got a little bit of a sniff. For which I do apologise, and that's why today's stream is going to be a little bit shorter than usual, just because I don't want to keep speaking. I don't want to speak too long when I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. Will this be a gaming stream or just a chat? So today's stream, I'm actually going to be looking at some more coins. I'll get into that in just a minute, but I've gotten some new coins that have been sent to me by one of my moderators actually. My brother's girlfriend, who's also one of my moderators, has donated me some new coins for my collection. I have no idea what kind of stuff we've got, but I'm going to look through it today, and we're going to see what's new. If you joined, I think it was the week before last. It might have been last Monday. I'm not entirely sure, but I showed you my coin collection and we sorted it all out. I've got it right here in front of me, all my various coins from around the world. And yeah, we're going to be adding to that today with the new lot that I've got. We got a little bag full of coins here that we're going to be looking at in just a few minutes. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to seeing what's in there. I have no idea. There are a couple of notes in there, which is really cool. I don't have any notes in my collection so far, so it'll be really cool to add those and see what we got. But there's plenty of coins as well. I'll put the bag down because it's very loud. But yeah, hopefully there'll be some good stuff in there. There might even be stuff from countries that I haven't got yet. I've got coins from 35 different countries so far in the collection, and hopefully there might be some new ones in the bag, and hopefully there'll also be a few to add to the countries that I've already got. When am I playing Minecraft again? Asks Alex. On Monday. Monday is going to be my permanent Minecraft day from now on. I'm going to be playing Minecraft every single Monday, so if you are interested in following along with my progress on that world, then please join me on Monday for that. Minecraft? Question mark? Question mark? Says Finley. Yeah, I play Minecraft on stream. I'm only on my second. We've done two streams of it, so we've not made massive progress just yet. But it will be continuing. It will be, like I say, a regular Monday thing. Isaac says, "Hello, how are you doing?" I'm doing fine, thank you, Isaac. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we'll just give it a couple more minutes and then we'll get into it. You'll notice that I've started half an hour later today, and today's stream's also only going to be 2 hours. That is partly because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but also I kind of want to try to keep my streams to under 2 hours from now on. I was never planning on doing 3-hour streams. It was never something that I intended on doing. I always wanted my streams to be 2 hours long. But whenever I get to the end of the 2 hours, there's always a load of people watching. There's a load of questions still coming in. So I always end up going over and doing an extra hour. But I really want to put my foot down and stop doing that and make sure that the streams actually are 2 hours, because talking for 3 hours non-stop is not good for my voice. So yeah, this stream's only going to run for 2 hours till 5:30. And in future, I am going to try to keep streams to 2 hours, with the exception of my gaming live streams, which I don't mind if they overrun. But yeah, today's stream will run till 5:30. What does AMA stand for? Asks Abs. AMA is Ask Me Anything. So what I normally do in these streams, I have a bit of an activity prepared. Today's activity, I'm going to be sorting out some foreign coins. I usually do that for the first half of the stream, and then the second half is a pure Q&A. So we're probably going to do the same thing today. I'll sort out these coins, we'll see how long that takes, and once that's done, we'll do the Q&A section. But feel free to get questions in now as well. If anyone wants to know what I'm drinking today, it's Monster Orange Dreamsicle. Get that out of the way before we start, because I know someone's going to ask about it. My favourite flavour Monster Orange Dreamsicle. Okay, we've got about 100 people here, so I think that's enough people to really get started with it. So, before I look into the new coins, let me just give you a bit of an update on what happened last time. I collect coins. It's a hobby that was sort of forced upon me, to be quite honest. A family member of mine gave me their coin collection a few years ago. They had, quite a lot of vintage coins from different countries around the world. A lot of pre-decimal British coins as well. So they were kind of just given to me, and I didn't want to just leave them in a box and let them gather dust. So I decided to, take it up as a hobby and start expanding the collection myself. And over the years, I've gotten a few different coins. And what I did in the previous live stream, which was the week before last, is I sorted all my coins into this big old box here, which has got most of my coins in. There's also a few in this one here, which we'll look at as well. But in the main box, my main coin collection, I'll just show you what we've got here. I've got coins here from 24 different countries. There's 24 compartments in each box. As you can see, some of them I've only got a couple of coins for, and then some, like France here, I've got quite a few. And then in this little box here, these are the countries where I've only got one coin from. So, for example, Hungary, I've only got one Hungarian coin, so that's in the little box there. But yeah, all in all, I've got coins from 35 different countries. Most of them are from the UK. I've got quite a lot of pre-decimal, pounds, shillings and pence, those kind of coins. And I've got quite a lot of euros as well, a lot of Eurozone coins. But also a lot of coins from pre-Euro times, like, for example, French francs, lira from Italy, pesetas from Spain, all that kind of stuff. I've got a lot of that as well. And today, as I say, I've got a brand new set of coins here. Oh, remember not to put your thumb up, says Emma. Yeah, I'm going to try not to do that today. We actually figured out in the last stream what was causing the cat emojis to appear on screen. It's whenever I do a thumbs up. So I'm going to try and avoid doing that, even, but if I do it accidentally, I apologise, but I'll try not to put my thumb up too much in today's stream, because it gets very annoying, and I don't think there's any way to turn it off. If there is, let me know. But, I'll just try to avoid putting my thumbs up, and hopefully it won't happen. So anyway, like I say, I've got a big bag, well, a little bag of coins here. My brother's girlfriend, who's also one of my moderators here on TikTok Live, she gifted me these coins to add to my collection. We're going to look through the bag and see what's in there. There's a couple of notes in there as well, which is very exciting because I don't have any notes in my collection at the moment. But yeah, we're going to open this up. We're going to see what's in it. I honestly have no idea what country any of this is coming from, so we're going to find out. Tom says, "Where's the makeup today, Saul?" I'll be quite honest with you. I didn't really fancy doing makeup today. Again, I'm not really feeling at my best at the moment. I've got a bit of a cold. I'm a little bit tired out. So I didn't really want to go to all the effort of doing my makeup today. I apologise, but also I think it's it's a good thing every now and then to do a stream without makeup, because I want to show you the real me, the sort of raw me. So yeah, no makeup today. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's open up. We'll open up the bag. I'll tip the coins out, and we'll basically do what we did last time: sort through them, see what countries we've got, and add them all to the collection. The thing I've got to do though is very carefully open the bag in a way that doesn't damage the notes, because they are very delicate. We don't want to rip those. So it looks like there's 2 or maybe 3 notes there. We'll come back to those. I'll put those to one side, and the rest of it is all coins. And we've got about a handful of coins there, so a decent amount. And we'll see what they all are. Straight away I'm seeing some Euro cents. Obviously there's going to be a couple of those. We got 50 cents there, we got 10 cents there, 20 there. So there's definitely going to be some to add to the Euro collection. There's actually a €2 coin there. That's the biggest Euro coin I've got, therefore. There's another one. So straight away we got about €4.50 before we even begin. But it's not all Euros. I'm seeing a lot of what looks like could be Indian coins here. Yeah, so these are rupees. I'll flip my camera in a while and show you the coins up close, because you can't really see them in the front view camera. But that's 5 rupees. That's from India. So my first Indian coin. We got some more cents there. Where's the jumping spider? Asks Tom. The jumping spider is on the way. I have actually bought it. I ordered it yesterday from the spider shop, a little spider seller in Wales. It'll be en route tomorrow, and it will hopefully be arriving. Well, it will be arriving on Friday, hopefully in time for the live stream, because I'm going to be opening it up and showing you it on the live stream on Friday. So yeah, the spider is en route. Okay, that's another 5 rupees. 50 cents here from Singapore. How's the Minecraft world going? Asks Sneaky. Not too bad. We've built a starter base. We got a roof over our heads. It's not very good. It's quite a ramshackle, cobbled together little wooden hut, but it's a starting base. It's not our permanent base. It's a good place to use as our base of operations. And in the next stream on Monday, I'm hoping that we'll be able to start exploring the Nether, get a Nether portal built, and potentially find a trial ruin. That's like not a trial ruin, sorry, a trial chamber. That's the long-term goal at the moment. But yeah, that will be continuing on Monday if you're interested in joining for that. Okay, we got here Cyprus. So that's my first Cypriot coin. It's 2 something. I'll have to look up what the pre-Euro currency of Cyprus was to find out. But whatever it is, it's 2 of them. And again, I'll show you them all in the close-up camera view later on. Another 20. That's also from Cyprus. So far we got Cyprus, India, Singapore, and Euro. 20, that's also Cyprus. Another 20 from Cyprus. And a 10 also from Cyprus. And another 10 from Cyprus. So a lot of it looks like it could be from Cyprus. Maybe the majority of it will be from Cyprus. We'll see. We've certainly got a few so far. India again, 2 rupees. 10 euro cents. Another 10 euro cents. Ah, here's something new. Malaysia. Okay. I'll switch to the I'll flip cameras for a moment and show you what we got so far. So we got a few piles forming here. They're the euros. We'll put them to one side. You've seen all of that before. These ones here, we've got rupees, and as you can see there, that little symbol on the top is the symbol for rupee. We got 5, 10, and 2, so that's 12 rupees so far. That's our Indian currency. We've got our our Cypriot coins here. So these are all from Cyprus. Again, I'm not quite sure what the currency of Cyprus pre-euro is. I'll have to Google that to find out. But we got 10, 20, 40, 60, 62 there. Then over here, we've got Singapore. 50 cents. I've actually already got some Singapore coins in my box there, so we'll add those later on. And over here we've got Malaysia, which is a new country. I don't have any Malaysian coins. Well, I do now, but up until this point I didn't. That's 10 sen. And that's all we got so far. There's still a few left to go through, so we'll carry on. But that means already we've got 3 new countries, which is great. We've already gone from 35 to 38. Maybe we'll even hit 40 with what's left. I certainly hope so. It would be quite interesting, quite exciting. Let's carry on. The Cyprus coins are pretty, says Billy Dre. They are really cool. I love the design of the Cyprus ones. They're all the same material. I don't know if every coin is the same material, but the ones that I have here, they're all the same sort of goldish material. Obviously it's not gold, but it's you know, I've dropped one there. But yeah, they are a really cool design. We've got here another Cypriot coin, another 2. And then we've got more Malaysia. We've got 10 sen there from Malaysia. We've got a couple of them. That's another 10 from Malaysia as well. So it looks like the Malaysia pile is about to start growing. Yep, we got another Malaysia there. Also 10. Another 10 there. Another there. And another. And another. And another. These Malaysian ones are quite interesting. There's a few different designs that I'm seeing already. This one here's got, I think it might be a boat. I'm not 100% sure. I'll show you on the front-facing camera later on. 10 cents, that's a Singapore one. Another 10 sen from Malaysia. This one's got a building on it with like a sun and moon in the background. Quite an interesting design. Ooh. Another one, same design, also Malaysia. And another rupee, 1 rupee there from India. 20 cents, that's Singapore. Ooh, dropped one there. And finally, 20 from Malaysia. Okay, so most of the Malaysia ones here are 10s, but we have got a 20 as well. So we'll add that to the Malaysia pile. Garnacho, how come I'm not wearing makeup? Just wondering. I didn't really feel like it today. I'm a little bit under the weather. I didn't feel like making the extra effort. I apologise. You know, I don't as I've mentioned in previous live streams, I don't wear makeup every day. I usually just wear makeup when I want to look my best, usually when I'm recording a video or doing a live stream like this. But in my day-to-day life, I don't really bother. And today, I just didn't really feel like making the effort because, again, I'm a little bit tired. I've got a little bit of a cold coming on. I just wanted this to be a little bit more of a relaxed stream. So I kind of just got my camera set up and went for it. But that is it for the coins. We've got some notes here as well, which we'll come back to in just a second. But before we do that, let me sum up what we've got. So we got here our pile of euro coins there. We'll just do a quick count. We got €2, €4, and there's 50 cents. Then we've got a few tens. Oh, no, sorry, it was a 20, another 20, and a third 20, so that's 60. Plus that 50, that's 110. And then we got another 5 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So altogether €3.60 there. Then moving on to the Malaysia ones. I believe the Malaysian currency is dollars. I could be wrong on that. I will do a check afterwards. But we got 20 sen here, which is the equivalent of a cent. And then the rest are all tens. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop that one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 times 10, that's 110, plus the other 20, that's 130. So that's $1.30 in Malaysian sen, in Malaysian dollars. It's very hard to stack these with one hand because I'm holding my camera with the other hand. Just bear with me a moment. And again, Malaysia is a new country. We didn't have any Malaysian coins before today, so that's one more to add to our list. There we go. We've got here India. I actually didn't have any Indian coins before today either, so this is another new country for our list. The currency of India, of course, is rupees. You can see here, it says there on the side, this is a 2 rupee coin. Then we've got 1 rupee. Oh, sorry, no, we got a 5. Is that 5 rupees or is this the division of rupees? Because I'm not 100% sure what they divide into. We'll have a look after. For now, I'm just going to assume that those are 5 rupee coins. And this is 1. So altogether, 20, 2 5s. No, a 2, a 1, and 2 5s. That's 13. So 13 rupees there. Then we got our Singapore currency. Singapore obviously is on the dollar. We've got here a 50-cent coin, a 20-cent coin, and a 10-cent coin. So that's 80 cents there in Singapore currency. We do already have some Singapore currency, so I'll add that into the box in just a moment. And the last country is, of course, Cyprus. This is also new. I haven't got any other coins from Cyprus. So we got 3 20s here. 1, 2, 3. 2 10s. And 2 2s. So altogether that's 84. 84 cents, 84 pence. I'm not sure. Again, I'll Google that in just a moment. But those are the coins from Cyprus, and that is it. Those are all the new coins that I've gotten. Thank you again to AJ, my moderator, who gave me those coins. Again, we'll look at the notes in just a moment. But before that, I'm going to bring up my spreadsheet, because I've got all the coins written down and tabulated on my computer, of course. And I'll open up the box, which has got my other coins in, and we'll see what I'm adding to. Just bear with me a second. And I'll actually show you my spreadsheet as well and show you exactly how I've tabulated all the coins that I've got and noted them down. Once Libra decides to work. There we go. How long have I been collecting Billy Dre? I'm actually not entirely sure. The first lot that I got given to me, it must have been about 8 years ago, maybe more. I did an accidental thumbs up there. I'm sorry. It must have been about 8 years ago, maybe 10. It's not something that I've been like 100% committed to. It's something that I've built up very slowly over time. So I don't have like a massive collection, and I'm by no means an expert. It's just something that I enjoy doing. But yeah, like I say, I reckon it's probably been about 8 to 10 years, I'd say. Okay, so if I bring up my spreadsheet here, I'll just show you how I've tabulated the coins that I've already got. You might not be able to see it very well because obviously I'm trying to record a screen with my phone. But down here on the bottom, we've got tabs for each continent. So first of all, we got the UK and Eurozone because I've got more of those than any other coins. And then the others are separated into pages. We've got a page for European coins, African, Asian, and then coins from North America and the Commonwealth. I actually don't have any South American coins. I've not got anything from like Brazil or Argentina or anything like that, which is strange. Like I've got coins from every other continent, but nothing from South America. Maybe we'll change that at some point soon. We'll see. But you can see here on the Commonwealth page, I've got Bahamas and Barbados, because those are technically part of the Commonwealth. I've got a couple of coins from those places, but nothing from like mainland South America. But if we look in under Europe, for example, you can see here we've got for each along the top we've got the country that the coins are from, the official name of the currency, and the ISO code for that one. So, for example, from Austria we got the Austrian shilling, which the code for that is ATS. And we've got 2 1-shilling coins, and then we got the year there at the end. And the same goes for all the other coins. For Belgian francs, we got 3 of those. For French francs, we've got quite a lot more. You can see here we got 1 cent, we got a few 5-cent coins, a few 10-cent coins, and so on and so forth. And then the same for Germany. We got a few Deutschmarks, we got some drachma from Greece, we got some Irish pounds and pence, Italian lira, Dutch guilder, Romanian leu, pesetas, forints. There's quite a lot from Europe. But yeah, for each one, like I say, we've got the name of the currency and how much of it we have, basically. So what I'm going to be doing, probably off camera, because I don't want to bore you by doing it all on camera. But all these new coins that I've added to my collection today, they'll all go on the spreadsheet eventually. And if I just switch over to Asia real quick, we'll see what coins I've already got from Singapore, because Singapore, as I mentioned, I already have a few. So I actually have a whole dollar, $1 exactly in Singapore currency, which I've got right here. So we got one 50-cent coin, one 20-cent coin, one 20-cent coin, 2 10-cent coins, and 2 5-cent coins, which adds up to exactly $1 in... No, it doesn't. Wait, yeah, it does. 50, 20, 10, 10. Yeah, it does. So I've got exactly $1 there in Singapore currency, but I'm going to add to it the new ones that I've got today, which are here. So that's an extra 50, 70, 80. So I've now got $1.80 in Singapore currency, which is great. But as I say, I'll add all of this to the spreadsheet off camera, because you don't want to see me doing it right now. But it'll all go in there. Billy Dre, does Japan have coins? Yes, Japan uses the Japanese yen, JPY, and I actually have 2 Japanese coins. I'd prefer a few more, but at the minute, just the 2. We've got here a 50 yen coin, which has the hole in the middle, and we got a 10 yen coin. The 10 yen's from Showa 45, which is 1972, and then the 50 yen coin is from Showa 47, which is 1907. No. The 45 one's from 1970. The 47 one is from 1972. But that's 60 yen altogether. And a yen is like the equivalent to a penny, so it's not a lot of money, but it's nice to have. Like I say, I'd like to get more Japanese currency in particular, because I'm such a big fan of Japan. But at the minute, that's all I've got. Dan says, did I miss the unboxing of the spider? Unfortunately, the spider hasn't arrived just yet. It is on the way. I ordered it yesterday. It's going to be with me on Friday, hopefully first thing in the morning, so that I can show you it on Friday's stream. But it will definitely be here on Friday, so if it's running a little bit late, I might have to postpone the stream for a couple of hours until it gets here. But yeah, the spider is 100% definitely going to be here on Friday, and I will be showing you it on screen and unboxing. Billy Dre, I didn't know they used coins, to be honest, and the hole in the middle is pretty cool. Yeah, so holes in coins are actually quite a common thing, or maybe not so much today, but historically a lot of coins have had holes in. If I look just for a second for Spain. One second. There we go. That's a Spanish coin there. That's 50 pesetas, and as you can see, that also has a hole in it. So coins with holes in are, again, they're not as common as they used to be. There are still a few countries that do it. Obviously, Spain doesn't anymore because they're part of the Eurozone now. But Spanish coins, some did used to have holes in. Japan, the 50 yen coin obviously still has a hole in. And there are a few other places around the world where you can get coins with holes. But yeah, I think it's a really cool design. It makes them a lot harder to forge. And a lot of coin elements, a lot of design elements on coins are there especially to make coins more difficult to forge. So for example, the €2 coin and the current £1 coin in the UK is made of 2 different metals, which makes forging it a lot harder. And that's, you know, it's the same reason, the reason that coins have holes in, it makes them harder to forge. So yeah, that's a Spanish coin with a hole in. Those were my Japanese coins. What's the most valuable coin you own, asks Harry. I don't actually know. I don't actually know the values of any of my coins. I don't really... I'm not really interested in that side of it. I'm not interested in knowing how much they're worth. I'm just interested in, you know, what the face value is. But if I were to answer, you know, what's the most valuable coin in terms of face value, it'd probably be a 2 shilling coin. 2 shillings is obviously 24 pence. Although actually, no, maybe, I guess a €2 coin is bigger in terms of actual face value, because that's 200 cents. But yeah, in terms of what they're actually worth, I genuinely have no idea. Does India have coins, asks Mason. Yes, India does have coins. I've actually got some today. In India, they use the rupee. And here we've got a 2 rupee coin. We got 2 5 rupee coins. And we have a 1 rupee coin. And the symbol for rupee, I really love the symbol for rupee in particular. It's, one sec. This little thing on the top here, it looks a little bit like an R. Like an R with the side missing and with an extra line through the top. Really cool symbol. I love currency symbols in general, but the rupee I think is a particularly interesting design for a currency symbol. But yeah, those are ones that I've just got today. What currency is China? I can't think of the name. I believe China is 1. WON. I could be wrong on actually. I don't have any Chinese currency, so I can't tell you for definite. We could have a quick Google though. I do actually need to Google the currency of Cyprus as well while we're at it, so I might as well have a look for China whilst we're on it. Yeah, so the currency of China is, it's spelt YUAN. I'm not sure exactly how that's pronounced. I think maybe like Wan. But it has the same symbol as the Japanese yen, like the Y with two lines through it. But yeah, I guess it's called Wan, spelt YUAN. Tom O'Connor, what are your pronouns again? Sorry, Saul. She, her. Thanks for asking. And don't feel you have to apologise for asking those sort of questions. I honestly don't mind. Oh, and while I was on the case, I was also going to Google Cyprus pre-euro currency. Pound. So before switching over to the Eurozone, Cyprus used the Cypriot pound, CYP. So I guess these are pennies then. Wait 1 sec. Oh no, the subunit is the cent. So these are cents. That's a bit strange because normally pounds are divided into pence. Like, for example, the Irish pound and Australian pound, those were divided into pence. But these ones, the Cypriot pound, is apparently divided into cents, which is interesting. So again, we've got 70, 80, 84 Cypriot cents right there. What about Netherlands? My mate lives there. Yes, we do have some coins from the Netherlands. So obviously the Netherlands is currently part of the Eurozone, right? I'm 99% sure it is. I'm going to have to Google it just in case I'm wrong. Yeah, so the Netherlands is currently part of the Eurozone. They use the Euro now, but before the Eurozone existed, they used the Dutch guilder, and I do have a couple of guilder here, so let me just dig them out and show you. So here are the Dutch guilder. We've got two 1 guilder coins. I'll switch the camera in a moment to show you them up close. But we've got two 1 guilder coins, we've got two 25-cent coins, and we've got one 10-cent coins. So that's 2 guilder and 60 cents in total. And I'll just show you those now. Very shiny, very well looked after, these ones. As you can see here, this is the 1 guilder, 1G. These on the bottom are the cents. We got 10 cents and 25 cents there. The oldest one is from 1951. That's the cents, and the newest one is this guilder here from 1980. And on the reverse, they have, I believe, the king of. No, well, that's not a king. They have the reigning monarch of the Netherlands, because the Netherlands is still a monarchy, right? Am I correct on that, or am I completely incorrect? Let me know. But either way, whoever it is, they're on the back there. There we go. And that's my collection of Dutch guilder. If there's any other countries you want to know about, feel free to ask. Again, I don't have currency from every country in the world, but I do have coins from almost 40 different countries. So if you want to ask about a specific country, if I've got coins from that country, I'll be happy to show you. What's my favourite coin in the collection? That's a good question. Thanks for asking. X-Lola Sloan. Sorry about that. My favourite coin in my entire collection. That's a bit of a difficult question. I don't necessarily have a favorite individual coin, but I have a favorite type of coin. I really love the Old English 3p coin, the 12-sided one. If you live in the UK and you've seen, the current £1 coin that has the 12 sides, basically the old 3p coin had the exact same design, the exact same 12 sides, but it was a tiny bit thicker, and it was all one material rather than the new pound, which is two. But I'd say that the 3p is probably my favourite type of coin, but I don't think I've got an individual coin that I like. Like there's no like specific design or anything that I particularly favour. Yes, that's correct. Still a constitutional monarchy. I thought so. I just wanted to double check. Okay. So, we do still have one more thing to look at, which it completely slipped my mind. I completely forgot that we had them. We have here some notes. And I can already see the icon, the symbol for rupees on there. So these are obviously Indian notes. But as I mentioned before, I have no notes in my collection. It's all coins. So this is quite exciting. These are the first notes that I've ever gotten for my collection. So we'll see what they are. There's two of them. We got a 10 rupee note there, which has got obviously Gandhi on it. And you can see on the back there in English, 10 rupees, just in case you couldn't read the, is it Hindi? I believe. But yeah, that's a 10 rupee note. On the other side here, we got a lion, an elephant, a tiger and an elephant. And then again, on this side, Mahatma Gandhi. So that's 10 rupees. And this one here is 100 rupees. Wow. This one also has Gandhi on that side, and the other side is some kind, I think it's just mountains actually. I was going to say there's some kind of building on there, but it doesn't actually look like there is. This is probably somewhere in the Himalayas, I would say, I guess. But that there is a 100 rupee note. So along with the other Indian currency we got, that makes 110 rupees in notes. And then another, what was it in coins? 13. So that's 123 rupees in total. So pretty good, pretty good. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to store these because obviously being paper, they degrade quite quick. Well, not paper. They're what's the fabric that notes are made of? I forget. But either way, they degrade quite quickly, so we're going to need to put these somewhere quite safe, somewhere a little bit more secure than the rest of the coins. For now, I'll put them. I don't know where I'll put them, but we'll, like I say, I'll find somewhere special for those to go. I would like to get more notes. Actually, I think notes are really fascinating, and I feel like people don't collect notes as much as they collect coins. But they are really cool to look at. There's some really interesting detail on there that I'd love to, know more about. Find out what all the different text on there says and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like I say, it's very interesting. I've got so many coins, but only these two notes. So yeah, definitely going to be on the lookout to get a few more notes. Okay. So, once again, if you want to ask about any country in particular that I might have coins for, then feel free. I'll see if I've got it. I'm hoping that I, will continue to expand and get coins from more and more countries. What's the point in going live if you ain't going to read chat? There you go, I've just read your comment, so I am in fact reading the chat. Oh, we got two coming in. Do you have any Greek coins? And do I have any Australian coins? The answer to both of those questions is yes. And yes, I have Canada as well. I also have Hungary. Okay, everyone's coming in really fast now with countries. Just give me a second. Okay, so we had... let me look back again. we had Greece, Australia, Canada, and Hungary. Yes, I have coins from all 4 of those countries, so just give me a second and I'll show you. Let's start with Greece. So the currency of Greece, again, is currently drachma. Not drachma. The currency of Greece is currently the euro, but the pre-euro currency was drachma. And I do have some Greek drachma here. I've got a 5 drachma coin. I've got 2 of those. And a 10 and a 20. And I'll show you those just now. Let me flip my camera. So this, obviously, is Cyrillic. Not Cyrillic, Greek. Obviously, because it's a Greek coin. That says drachma. This is 20 drachma. This is 10 drachma. And then here we got another 10 drachma in 5s. So in total, we've got there 40 Greek drachma. And once again, this is no longer legal currency. Greece uses the euro now, so I wouldn't be able to spend this. But it goes nicely in the collection. So that's my Greek coins. The next question was Australia. I do have not a lot of Australian coins. I've got 2 Australian coins. They're both 2 pence coins for a total of 4 pence. So once again, these are pre-decimalization coins, I believe. Oh, no, hang on. 1974. No, so these are cents, actually. So let me just check the other one. 1975. So Australia, obviously, before 1970, they used pounds, shillings, and pence, just like the UK and the rest of the Commonwealth. On decimal day, when the UK switched to the decimal pound and pence, Australia, at the exact same time, switched to the Australian dollar. And we got here 4 cents in the Australian currency. The design, I'm not entirely... Is that a frilled dragon, I believe it's called? A really interesting lizard. And obviously, because Australia is part of the Commonwealth, the coins do have Elizabeth II on the reverse side. A bearded dragon. Either way, really cool looking coins. I'd love to get more from Australia, but at the moment, those are my only Australian ones. The next was Canada. I've got quite a few from Canada, so you'll have to bear with me a second while I get those out. Canada, exactly the same as Australia, is part of the Commonwealth. So before 1970, they would have used pounds, shillings, and pence like we did here in the UK. But when the UK switched to the decimal pound, Canada switched to the Canadian dollar. And here I have a little handful of Canadian coins. We've got 25 cents. We got quite a few 10-cent coins. Once again, I'll flip the camera in just a moment and show you them all close up. We've got a 5-cent coin there, 1 cent, and another 25 cents. Okay, so here are the Canadian coins. The smallest here, the 1 cent, has got obviously the maple leaf on it, a symbol of Canada. This one's from 1981. And again, because it's a Commonwealth country, it has Queen Elizabeth II on the reverse side. This one's oxidized a little bit because it's a copper coin. So there's a little bit of green starting to form on it there. Then we have the 10-cent coins, which in this case have this ship on it. I'm sure this is a real ship that's like very important to Canada's history, so I'm very sorry that I don't know what ship it is. If anyone is into Canadian history and can let me know, then please do. But either way, it's a little sailing ship, and these are all 10-cent coins. So we got 5 of them. That's 50 cents. Then the next one up. We missed out the 5 cents actually. So the 5 cents here, I really love this one. I love coins that have got polygonal sides rather than being just round. So this coin has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sides. Really cool looking coin. It's got a bear on it, I believe, a polar bear, which is really cool. And then 25 cents have both got moose on them. Of course, the moose is an iconic symbol of Canada in its own right. So we got 2 coins there with moose on. And that's all my Canadian currency. That accounts for a total of $1.06. So if I went to Canada right now, I could buy maybe a bottle of pop with that. Although, of course, I'm not planning to go to Canada anytime soon. I can't afford it. Okay, the next question was... let me go back and check. We did Greece, Australia, Canada, Hungary. I have 1 Hungarian coin. I don't know if you're still here watching. Who asked that? Luca, if you're still here, we do have a 10 Hungarian forint coin here. So the currency of Hungary is the forint. The code is HUF, I believe, the ISO code. And this is a 10 forint coin. And you can actually see this one in the front camera without me having to flip it because it's a very big coin. This is actually one of the biggest coins in my collection. So there you go. There's my Hungarian 10 forint coin. I'd like to get more. There's quite a few countries that I've only got 1 coin from. This little box here is full of countries. You know, I've only got 1 coin each from all of these countries. That's 15 different countries, all of which I've only got 1 coin from. So I'd love to expand, obviously, get more as time goes by. But that is my Hungarian coin. And last but not least, Andrew Lathy asked for Bahrain. If you're still here, Andrew, yes, I do have a coin from Bahrain. Again, only the 1, but I'll get it out for you and show you now. So this is my Bahraini coin. I believe the currency of Bahrain is the dinar. Yes, it is. So this is 10 fils. I think a fil is 1,000th of a dinar. So very, very, very small denomination coin there. But I'll show you it up close. You can see, obviously, no mistaking where it comes from. It says Bahrain quite clearly there on the obverse side. That's the front. And then on the reverse side, we've got the year in both the Western calendar and the Arabic calendar, 1970 or 1730, I believe it is, in the Arabic calendar. So yeah, that's my only Bahraini coin. But as with all the others, you know, hopefully one day I might be lucky enough to get my hands on more. Will Parker, have I any Turkish coins? Unfortunately, I don't. I think that's the first country that someone's asked for that I don't have. I do apologise, Will. I don't have any coins from Turkey at the moment. Hopefully, I will one day. Like I say, you know, in a dream world, I'd have coins from every country on Earth. But there's a long way to go yet. I'm like a quarter of the way there with my 40 different countries. So yeah, unfortunately, no Turkey at this moment in time. Okay. Any more requests? In the meantime, I'll start to sort these ones that we opened today into my box, or at least the ones that I've got space for. I'm going to need to make some more space for my new countries, Cyprus, Malaysia, and India. But the Singapore ones, I've already got some Singapore, so I can put them in. Yeah, it was these ones, Singapore. Harry says, when will you play Minecraft again? I'm going to be playing Minecraft on Monday. I'm going to be playing Minecraft every Monday from now on, or at least for the foreseeable future. So if you want to see me play Minecraft, that's going to be on Monday at 3 PM UK time. Okay, so I'm adding the... In fact, whilst I'm doing it, I am going to actually add these to my checklist as well. I'll move the camera over a little bit so I can see my computer. I'm just going to quickly add the Singapore coins to my list. So we got a 10 cent, a 20 cent, and a 50 cent. Okay, the 10 cent is from... God, the year is written so small on there. 1985. The 20 cents is from 1987. And finally, the 50 cents, which is one of the largest Singapore coins, 2011. Which actually makes it one of the newer coins in my collection as well. Oh, excuse me. Hello, says Flo. Hi, Flo. Welcome to the stream. What was next? We got euros. Quite a lot of them. You can't see them because I'm holding my hand in front of the camera. We got euros there. I've got quite a lot of euros already. If I just flip my camera real quick. So all of these along the bottom here are euros. You know, I've got a single compartment for each country, but then for euros, I've got a whole row here of euro coins because I've just got so many of them. And now I've got even more. So we'll add those to the list. Okay, so we have some 2 euro coins, which I haven't had before now, so that's quite good. We got 2 of those. We got a 50 cent coin, just 1 of those. 20 cents, we got 1, 2, 3 of those. And 10 cents, we've got 5 of those. So let's go through one by one and see what countries each of these come from. Just give me a second. So the cool thing about the euro is, you know, even though most countries in Europe now use the euro, they are still minted in individual countries, and each country has its own coin design. So you can tell just by looking at a euro where it comes from. For example, this 50 cent one is a Spanish euro. It says España on it. So again, even though Spain uses the euro now, you can still tell when a euro actually comes from Spain. It'll say it on it, which is quite cool. So for the tens, we've got... I've not seen that one before, actually, so we'll put that to one side. We got Germany, 2002. And again, I'll show you all these designs in just a moment. So Germany, 2002. We've got Slovakia. Slovakia 2009. My first one from Slovakia, actually. So that technically counts as a new country, right? Even though it's not a new currency because it's a euro, it is still technically from a new country. We got another German from 2002. And we got another Spain from 2007. And then this one here, I believe, is Netherlands. Yep, it says Netherlands on it there. I cannot for the life of me read what year that is because it is written unbelievably small. 2014. That's very new. That's one of my newest coins, therefore. So if I just flip my cam and show you again. So again, here we are. So on the front face, all of these coins are exactly the same. This is the same for euros. Wherever you are in Europe, all the coins are the same on one side. And as you can see here, all the 10s are exactly the same on this side, but then on the other side, every country has its own design. So the German one here, the Spanish one here, Slovakia there, Netherlands there, and another Germany there. So you can see here, on the reverse side, all the designs are different depending on which country they were minted in. So those are the 10s. Next up, we got the 20s. So we've got a... I've not seen this one before either. We'll have a look after, see where that's from. We got a Spanish one from 2017. That's a very new one. And we got another 20 from the Netherlands again, 2002. Oh no, sorry. The A is Belgium, I believe. Just give me 1 second, because there is a very handy website to help you figure out where in Europe your euros come from. And I'll actually show you it in case you're interested in finding out for yourself. If you've got any euros and you want to find out specifically where they come from, there's a site that you can head to called the European Central Bank Euro System. It shows you, if you go down here, you can see we got all the different denominations of the coin. And then if I click on one, for example, 20, it'll show you every country in Europe and what their particular design looks like. So a 20 euro coin from Austria looks like this. A 20 euro coin from Belgium looks like this. 20 euros from Croatia looks like this, and so on and so forth. So this one is actually Cyprus. I've got a Cyprus one here. Which one is it? It doesn't want to focus. It really doesn't want to focus. There we go. So that one, as you can see there, is the Cyprus version of the 20-cent coin. And then we've also got one from Belgium and from... 1 second, sorry. We've also got one from Belgium and Spain. So I'll just write those onto my checklist. But again, if you have euros and you want to find out what country they specifically come from, a really handy way to do it is to go to that website. Sorry, I just accidentally put my thumb up again. I apologise for that. Okay, so once again, we got 20 cents from Cyprus, 2008. We got 20 cents from Spain, 2017. And we got 20 cents from Belgium, 2002. Okay, we're getting there, we're nearly there. Next we got 50 cents. This one is Spanish, 2001. Not much to say about that. Hi, says Flo. Hi, Flo. Welcome back to the stream. And finally, we've got the €2 coins. We got 2 of those. And once again, the €2 are made of 2 different metals. We've got the I think nickel outside, I want to say. I'm going to have to check because I genuinely don't know. In fact, it might tell us on this same website if we have a little look. No, maybe not. Well, either way, we got one here from... that's Cyprus as well, I believe. And this one... oh, that's also Cyprus. Yep, so that's two more Cypriot coins there. One's from 2008 and one's from 2009. So we'll put them in there and I'll add them to the list. There we go. Hi Saul, says Sneaky. Hi Sneaky. Holly Little says room tour. If you want to see a room tour, I will do one quite soon. I'm just going to finish off these last few coins and then we'll get to that. So we have a few from Cyprus, a few from Malaysia, and a few from India. We'll get to those. And then if you want to see a quick tour of the room, I'll be more than happy to give you one of those after. So, from Cyprus, we have 20 cents. We got 3 of those. They're quite big. We got 10 cents. They're a little bit smaller. And we've got 2 cents. Those are the smallest ones. And they're all made of the same material. And if I just flip my camera again in a moment, you can see the designs. So the 20 cents here, a couple of them have got whoever this guy is on them. And the other one has a bird, so obviously the design changed at some point. The 10-cent ones have got, again, more birds. And the 2-cent ones have, I honestly don't know, some kind of 4-legged animal. But we got a couple of those. So in total, that's 70, 80, 84 Cypriot cents. And we'll pop these again. We can't really sort these out properly because I haven't got any more compartments left in my sorting box, so I'll just put them to one side for now. Same's going to go for the Indian coins, the rupees, but we'll have a quick look at those. So we got a 1, a couple of 5s, and a 2. There you go, you can see most of them have got the rupee symbol on them here, which is like the R with the side missing and an extra line through the top. We got the 5 rupees there, both from 2018. The 2 rupees, which has got some kind of cat statue in the middle. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll look it up when I come to add these to my spreadsheet. And the 1, very similar design to the 5, only it's more silvery material rather than the more gold that we got on the 5 rupee. So that in total is 13 rupees, but we have, of course, got our notes from India as well. There's 110 there, so we got 123 rupees, Indian rupees in total. And finally, we've got Malaysia, which I'm actually going to have to look up because I didn't find out what the currency of Malaysia was. I'm guessing it's dollars, because these say cent. Oh, it's the ringgit, apparently. The Malaysian ringgit, code MYR, is the currency of Malaysia. It's divided into 100 sen. So there we go. We've got some Malaysian ringgits there. Most of these are 10s, but we also have 120, so I'll just lay those out real quick. Interestingly, the design of the more modern 10 sen coin looks very similar to the euro, like it's written in the same font and stuff like that. But the older ones are quite different looking. You'll see what I mean in just a moment when I flip the camera and show you them. Same there. There we go. Okay, so here's our Malaysian coins. We got here the 20 sen. We've only got one of those. It's got a lovely flower on it, some kind of orchid by the looks of it. Then we got a load of 10 sen coins. Quite a lot of those. You can see we got 3 different designs. So we got here a few with that same flower on. We got these that are just text. There's no special design on them. And then the more modern ones, like I say, the font on this looks very similar to the font on the euro. So I do wonder if that design is meant to sort of imitate the euro, because it does. It is very, very similar looking. And all 3 of those are from 2012, interestingly. But those are the Malaysian coins. In total, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 20. That's 130. So that's 1 ringgit and 30 sen in Malaysian currency. And that brings our total number of countries up from 35 to 38. So we're almost at the big 40. If I can just get coins from 2 more countries, we'll have hit 40. But for now, we've done pretty well. We've added all the new coins that I was kindly gifted. That's basically all that I had planned for today, so we'll move on to the Q&A in just a second. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Again, if you want to see more videos about coins, let me know. If you want to see me talk more about coins on stream, let me know. I'm always looking to get more and expand the collection. And like I say, my aim is to get coins from as many different countries as possible, right? So I'm constantly expanding and trying to find new coins from new countries. So yeah, that's going to be it for the coins for today. I'll put those to one side. I'll just leave them there for now. They're out of the way, that's the main thing. And in just a second, let me just put those in there. Okay, there we go. Afternoon, Saul. Afternoon. Hi, welcome to the stream. I did an accidental thumbs up again there. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's going to be it for the coin portion of the stream. Hope you enjoyed seeing the new coins. And again, if you want to see more coin content, then let me know. I'd be happy to do more. Now we'll move on to the Q&A portion of the stream. So as usual, you know, whatever questions you want to ask, get them in. Excuse me. And I'll try and answer to the best of my ability. When am I playing Minecraft next? I'm going to be playing Minecraft on Monday. I'm going to be playing Minecraft on every Monday from now on. So if you want to see more of my Minecraft survival worlds, then come along on Monday for that. Okay, so. Oh, room tour. You want a room tour? Yes, let's do a room tour before it gets too late, before I forget about it. Let me just flip my camera. Not much has changed from the last room tour, to be honest. Everything is pretty much the same. There is a bit of a pile of clothes there. I apologise for that. You know, it happens. Like I say, I've not been too well recently, so I haven't had much time to keep things as tidy as they could be, but everything's pretty much the same as it always was. You know, you've seen, I've got my cabinet, my Star Wars canvas in Japanese. Really like that. I think that was up last time I did a room tour, but if not, there you go. You can see it now. Of course, I've got my cross-stitch Lancaster bomber and my new Coca-Cola bottle cap. Ignore the wall. It does need a repaint. I'm hopefully going to be doing that in the next month or so. I do have my unicycle. Yes, I've had it for about 3 weeks now. Still no closer to riding it properly, but, you know, practice makes perfect, and I am keeping it up, practicing every day when the weather's nice. I might do a bit today, actually, because the sun has come back out as the day's gone on. But yeah, there it is. That is my unicycle. Over here, we got the wardrobe, obviously. You remember I built that live on stream a few weeks ago. That's still there, still going strong. We've got the Geocraper. If you joined on Friday's stream last week, you saw me building this and expanding it. The sunlight really is not helping to see it up close, but here we go. Here's our Geocraper City. We've nicely expanded it. We got some new expansion kits for it last week. The train station, the bridges and all that kind of stuff. That's all new. And as I said last week, my aim is to eventually get a little bit more just to finish off that corner so that it covers the whole shelf. We got my flashing lights, my railway crossing sign, which I'm sure you've all seen many times before, but I'll show you it again. There it is, the old automatic barrier sign. You can see my reflection in it just there. We've got the Lego shelf, which I actually did a tour of this week in an actual video. If you want to go and look at that, I did a tour of the Lego shelf and showed you in a bit more detail all the Lego that I have up there. So again, go along to my channel and check out my recent videos if you want to see more information about all of that. The train set, still not set up just yet. I'm hoping it in the next couple of weeks that we'll get that sorted. I actually need to put up a shelf here. You can see there's a couple of holes in the wall there. There used to be a small shelf here, but I had to take it down. Once I get the new shelf up, that shelf has my controllers on it, and obviously these will be wired in. Once I've got that set up, I will be getting the train set up, and, you know, hopefully I'll be able to show that off on live stream and actually run some trains on live as well. But it won't be for at least a couple of weeks yet. But yeah, train content, model train content will definitely be coming at some point. Over in the door corner, obviously, we got my trans flag, which has been there for a while, and my map of Japan, which you may or may not have seen before. And then back in the main corner, we got my PC. And that's pretty much it at the moment for the room. Like I say, not much has really changed from the last room tour. This time next week, things will look a little bit different because I will be, you know, getting my new spider on Friday. And actually, I'll show you where the spider's going to go. It's going to be going just on top of that little cabinet there next to the unicycle. I'll talk more about this on Friday when the spider actually arrives. But I'm going to be keeping it here. The spider tank's going to go on top of this cabinet here. Gets a good amount of sunlight and a decent amount of warmth as well. It's a bit shielded because I always have this window open to let the cold in. But we got a nice sort of heat barrier here with the wardrobe there. So it's not going to get too much of a cold breeze when I've got the window open. And when I close the curtain at night, I can actually close the curtain in front of the cabinet so that the spider can continue to get sunlight even when the curtains are closed. So yeah, it's just the perfect place for it. And when I get my spider on Friday, this is where it's going to be going. But that's it. That's the room tour. That's, like I say, that's all that's changed really since last time. Just waiting for Friday now to do the spider stuff, because I'm really, really looking forward to that, and I hope you are too. Joe FSH, why don't you paint your room pink? I don't really... I'm not really that bothered about painting my room any other colour, to be honest. I like it white. I know that's a little bit boring to have a white room, but I feel like I've got enough stuff, you know, hanging on the walls and stuff like that that it complements it nicely, and that it doesn't look too drab. Warren says, "Nice Volkswagen camper outside." Yeah, one of my neighbours has a classic Volkswagen camper. It's really cool. It's not mine, alas, unfortunately, but it is a really cool vehicle. But yeah. Like I say, I think I've got enough features. I think I've got enough stuff in the room that the white doesn't look too boring. Like if you look over at this wall, for example, yes, the actual wall is white, but I've got 3 shelves there. I've got my railway crossing sign there. You know, on this wall, I've got my trans flag. I think there's enough colour there without having to paint the actual wall itself a different colour. So I'm happy to keep the wall white. What's AMA? Asked Caden. AMA's Ask Me Anything. Just scrolling back a bit because I missed a couple of questions while I was doing the room tour. I just did a Minecraft Lego set, and it's the Axolotl house set. I love the house sets. I think they did like a sheep house as well recently, if I remember correctly. I love Lego Minecraft in general. The official sets are... They're good, but obviously they're not the most game accurate in the world. I really love Cheesy Studios on YouTube does a series where he makes like game accurate Minecraft Lego models. Highly, highly recommend if you're into Minecraft and Lego. Sorry, I did a thumbs up again by accident. If you're into Minecraft and Lego, then look up Cheesy Studios on YouTube. He has got a massive, massive Lego Minecraft mock that he's built. He adds new modules to it every month. It's massive at this point. It's like a really, really big set, and it's really, really game accurate as well. So if you want to see like some properly game accurate Lego Minecraft, look at Cheesy Studios on YouTube. That's my recommendation for you. That being said, though, you know, the official sets are still fun, you know, and I've had a couple in my time. I don't have any at the minute, but I have had a couple of Lego Minecraft sets before, and yeah, they, even though they're not the most accurate in the world, they are quite fun. I am actually hoping to get the Lego Minecraft 10th anniversary set, which is coming out later this year in August. You may or may not have heard of it. But to celebrate 10 years of Lego Minecraft and 15 years of Minecraft itself, Lego are releasing a microfig set. So when Lego Minecraft first came out, the very, very earliest Lego Minecraft sets were like really, really small scale builds, rather than the newer sets, which are minifig scaled. But so to celebrate the anniversary, they're doing another one of those really, really micro scale sets. It looks really cool. It's like built inside a crafting table. The actual model's about this big, the crafting table itself, and then it's got a little like Minecraft world built inside of it. Really cool looking set. I'm definitely going to be getting it when it comes out because I'd love to get some more Lego Minecraft, and I think it'll look great on the display shelf. May asks, what is my favourite game of all time? My favourite video game of all time is Oddworld Abe's Exodus for the PS1. I actually have it for the PS1. A couple of weeks ago, I did a stream setting up the PS1, and I actually played it on stream to test it out. It is my favourite game ever. Absolutely adore the Oddworld series in general. Maybe the later games have not gotten the best reception, but I've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed Oddworld New and Tasty and Soulstorm, and I'm really excited for whatever Oddworld have got to cook up next for us. But really good games. quite political games. Fair warning. Very strong political messaging in those particular games, especially for the 90s. But very fun games all the same. Really cool story. Sci-fi obviously is my thing. So yeah, Oddworld Abe's Exodus, best game ever, in my opinion. How much would it cost, do you think? The Lego Minecraft anniversary set, I believe it costs like 70 quid, which is quite pricey. But then again, Lego in general these days is getting more and more expensive all the time, which is why I don't have as much of it as I would like to. But yeah, I think this one set is one that I particularly really want to have, so I'll be happy to pay that amount for it. When did I start collecting Lego? Well, my current Lego collection that I've got up on the shelf there, I started collecting that about 5 years ago while I was at university. When I was a kid, I had tons and tons of Lego, like massive boxes full of it. And I, from the age of like 8 up until adulthood, I would get Lego for every birthday, every Christmas, every single celebration. I would get a Lego as a present. I was obsessed with it. But when I went to university, I just had too much of it to take with me. So I gave most of it away, which in hindsight, I really regret doing. But, what's done is done. And then, yeah, during my second year at university, I went on a trip to London with my family. And I got the Lego Architecture London Skyline set. And that was the first set of my new collection. And I've sort of built it up from there. So yeah, over about 5 years, I've built up my new Lego collection. It's nowhere near the size of my old Lego collection, obviously, and it probably never will be at this point. But it's a lot of fun. It's like I say, I've got a few great sets there. They're all great display pieces, especially the Kingfisher and the Vespa. And yeah, I especially like the Lego Icon sets. I want to get my hands on the Typewriter in particular is a set that I really, really want to have. And like I say, the Lego Icons range in general, some really, really amazing display pieces there. The Random Stuff 02. Hi, I'm back from Monday. Hi, welcome. Yes, we're not playing Minecraft today, as you can see, but there will be more of that next Monday. Have I been to Lego World? I haven't been to Lego World, no. I think it'd be interesting to go to. I know it's, more aimed towards kids with some of the attractions and stuff, but I'm sure that they've got plenty of Lego in their gift shop that would appeal to me. So I'm sure it'd be a fun day out all the same. But yeah, I've never been to the Lego World. I haven't actually been to the Lego shop in London. When I went to London on that family trip, we were supposed to go to the Lego shop, but the queue was round the block. Like, we were talking like 2 or 3 hours in a queue just to get into the shop. So we didn't end up going in. But I have been to the Lego shop in Meadowhall in Yorkshire, and obviously there are other Lego shops around the country. But yeah, the big Lego shop in Leicester Square, I've never been, unfortunately. I went there, but I couldn't get inside because of the queue. What are your pronouns? My pronouns are she and her. Thank you for asking. Do I have any roommates? Yes, I live with my brother and his girlfriend. Any more questions? It's gone a little bit quiet. Sorry, sorry for the dead silence. I do try and avoid it. All I do is sit in my room all day, says Robbie Teasdale. Well, right now I'm doing a Q&A. I'm doing a live stream. So yes, I'm sitting here answering questions. I don't live stream 24/7. I don't sit in my room 24/7. Just because I happen to be sat in my room at this particular moment doesn't mean that I spend all of my time in this room. Luke says, "Watch out for the Preds on this app." Don't worry, I'm well aware. I've gotten my fair share of unsolicited DMs from chasers in my time here on TikTok. Yeah, it happens. It doesn't really bother me though. I just ignore them most of the time. Have I ever had braces? No, I haven't ever had braces. It's not something that I've ever needed. My teeth aren't necessarily perfect, but they've never been bad enough to need braces. They just are what they are. What are you having for tea? Asks Warren. I don't know, to be quite honest. I had pizza and halloumi fries for dinner, so that was quite nice. I'm not sure what I'll have for tea. I'm sure I'll go and have a look after the stream and see what we got. Did you enjoy school? Yeah, I had a great time at school. Obviously, I wasn't out when I was at school. I didn't come out until after I'd finished university. So I was out. I was a boy when I was at school. You know, I was that's how I was raised, and that's how I lived at the time. So I don't have the experience of I didn't grow up as a trans child. You know what I mean? I didn't realize until later in life. So it wasn't something that I was like aware of at the time that I was at school. I was a happy enough kid. Like I say, I didn't know that I was trans. I think if I'd known earlier, maybe things would have been different. But as they were, I don't really regret anything about my childhood. I had a fairly decent time of it. I just saw your new vid about all your Lego sets. Thanks, Finn. I hope you enjoyed it. I've just done a thumbs up again. Sorry. Yeah, that was part 2 of my Lego tour. That's all the Lego I have at the minute, but I'm hoping to get some more. Bonk Provider, what is my favourite species of tree? Okay. Good question. Thank you. The Monty Python fan in me wants to say the larch for the meme. The Minecraft fan in me wants to say dark oak, but I don't think dark oak's actually a real tree. I quite like birch trees, to be honest. In real life and in Minecraft, they're quite nice as well. But in real life, I do like birch trees. I think they're quite unique. I love the design. I was going to say I love the design of them. I like the pattern of them. LCFC says thoughts on Pride flag. I'm guessing that means thoughts on queer people. I am queer people, so that should hopefully answer your question for you. Hearts for Lily, what is your favourite song? That's a good question. My favourite song ever is actually Without You by Badfinger. I don't know why. There's just something about that song that really, really stands out to me. I absolutely love it. And there's a lot of songs that I like, but for some reason that one in particular just really has a special place in my heart. It's a good song. Warren says, do I like cars? I'm not much of a car person, to be honest. I obviously am quite a big train person, as you know. I like classic cars. When I say like, I'm not an expert in cars by any stretch of the imagination, but I like the aesthetic of like vintage cars and stuff like that. But yeah, I wouldn't call myself a car fan, to be honest. Do I drive? I do not drive, no. And I don't really intend to. I think I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that I need to drive, to be honest. Public transport around here isn't the best, but it's also not, a complete shambles. I'm happy enough to live my life as a public transport user. If I did have a car, my dream car, there's a good question. I don't actually know, to be honest, what my dream car would be. It would probably be an Aston Martin, because I love those. I love, really elegant, like classy design. But as for which particular Aston, I don't know. But it would almost definitely be an Aston. If I had the money, a DB9, yeah. If a DB9 is the one that I think it is, yeah, I think a DB9 would be good. What colour would it be? I think I'd like a dark blue. Like, sort of the same dark blue of my bed in there. I think that'd look really good on an Aston Martin. So that'd be my dream car. But again, I don't really plan on driving anytime soon. But if I did, and if I had the money to buy any car in the world, that'd be it. Have I got my jumping spider yet? Asks Finn. Not just yet. I have bought it. I've ordered it. I ordered it yesterday from the Spider Shop in Wales. It's going to be dispatched on Thursday, and it should arrive in time for the live stream on Friday. Do I live near the King? Well, I guess on such a small island as the UK, we all live near the King. But I don't live very near him, no. Hayes says, opinion on motorbikes, please. I don't really care one way or the other about motorbikes. I'm not really a motorbike person. And I definitely don't know very much about motorbikes at all. So yeah, sorry. I just they're not something that I'm really that interested in. Sneaky, are my messages going through? Some of your messages might not have gone through. I'm not seeing any questions if you've asked any. Have I seen new money? Do you mean the King Charles money? I haven't seen any yet. I don't really handle cash all that much. I just normally do everything with my card these days. So I haven't seen any of the King Charles III coins or notes, but I have seen some King Charles III postage stamps. I've had a couple of letters with the new stamps on, but yeah, no money just yet. What wardrobe do I have? The wardrobe I have is over there. It's from Amazon. I can't for the life of me remember what the actual brand is, but it cost me 40 quid, I want to say. If there was one place in the world you could go to, where would you go? I'd go to Japan, definitely. It's always been an ambition of mine to go to Japan. I actually was supposed to go to Japan after university, but I graduated from university in 2020, and something happened in 2020, as I'm sure you remember, and I had to give it up. Like, I actually applied for my visa and everything. I was getting ready to go, and then we all went into lockdown for 2 years, so it never happened, and I still haven't had a chance to go there yet. So yeah, if I could go anywhere in the world, I'd like to go to Japan, because I feel like I'm owed it at this point. You know what I mean? It looks weird. I'm used to the Queen. Says that random stuff 02. I don't think it will bother me that much, because obviously I collect old coins, so I'm used to seeing English coins with King George VI on it, and Queen Victoria and various other monarchs. So I don't think it will be as jarring. But yeah, for someone who's so used to seeing coins with Queen Elizabeth on it, it will definitely be a bit strange seeing coins with King Charles III on. Favorite film? My favorite film of all time is the original Alien from 1979. Fantastic film. I love sci-fi. I love horror. I love Alien. And I have actually got a model of the Nostromo from Alien on my shelf, as I've shown in previous live stream in a previous video. Sorry, just give me a second. Yeah, I'll just show you real quick. This is my Lego Nostromo. So the Nostromo is the ship from the original Alien, and there's my Lego mock of it. So yeah, that should tell you how much I love Alien. What's my favourite Netflix series? My favourite Netflix series is probably A Series of Unfortunate Events. I absolutely adore the book series. I read them, back to front 50 times as a kid. And I think the Netflix adaptation is one of the best adaptations of all time, especially, because the guy who wrote the books was actually involved in the production of the series as well. So it's really, really accurate to the books. And Neil Patrick Harris plays Count Olaf brilliantly. So yeah, Series of Unfortunate Events, probably my favourite Netflix series. Hayes says favorite thing to do in your free time. I like gaming, obviously. I've got my computer set up here with the steering wheel. I do play a lot of video games. I've got my train set, which isn't set up at the minute, but when it is, I like to work on that. I've got plenty of other hobbies and interests. I like to get out of the house and go on walks and stuff like that. And once I've got my unicycle, I'll hopefully be using that a bit. My ideal thing to do on a nice summer's day is to get a bottle of water, get a sandwich, and just go out for a walk. Like, be out of the house for 4 or 5 hours, walk like 10, 15 miles. That's my ideal way to spend a summer's day. Is that a Farmin/truck steering wheel? Yes, it is. So I've got here a Farmin Logitech heavy duty wheel. We got the side panel there, and I've even got a flashing beacon light up top there, and the pedals down below. Oh, there they are. And I'm actually going to be pre-ordering Farming Sim 25, the collector's edition, because that's got a USB ignition key in it, so that you can actually start your tractors in game with a real key. That's really cool. That's the kind of thing that I really nerd out about. Obviously, I've got the steering wheel, I've got the side panel. Obviously, I want the ignition key, right? So I'm definitely pre-ordering Farming Sim 25 for that. What do I use it for? It is mostly Farming Sim and also Euro Truck. I play a lot of Euro Truck Simulator. SnowRunner, I play quite a bit of. That's pretty much it. I've tried it on other games. I've tried it on racing games and driving games, like Burnout Paradise. I tried it on and it actually worked. Not very well because it's a heavy-duty wheel, not a racing wheel, but it was an interesting experience. The Random Stuff 02, favourite train. So my favourite British train is probably the Class 55 Deltic. I've actually got a model of the Deltic, which I'll just grab for you from my model shelf. There it is. This is just a plastic model, so it's very very delicate. But that's Class 55 Deltic. They were built in Doncaster for mainline services on the East Coast Main Line. Really cool train. My favourite Japanese train, which I also have a model of, but it's in a box at the minute, so I can't show you. My favourite Japanese train is the EF65, which is an electric locomotive. But yeah, that's my favourite British train, the old Deltic, right there. John Steve, how good is your girl voice? Can you do one? So short answer is no. I don't really have a girl voice at the moment. I am learning the basics of voice training. It's one of those things where you've got theory and practice, right? Take driving for example. You can pass your theory test 50 times, but if you keep failing the practical, then you don't get your driver's license, right? And it's kind of the same thing with voice training. Like, you can learn how it works as much as you like, but until you can actually do it, then you're stuck with your old voice, right? And that's how I feel about it. I understand what needs to be done. I understand how I need to change the shape of my mouth and stuff like that to raise my voice. But actually doing it is easier said than done. So yeah, like I say, it's something that I'm working on, and I will show it off when I'm comfortable enough to do so. But at this point, I'm not quite ready to show it. Which do I prefer, steam trains or electric trains? I'm a big fan of electric. Um, well, my favourite's probably diesel, to be quite honest. Like I say, I've showed you the Deltic there, which is a diesel engine. But electric trains are quite cool. I do like steam trains, but I feel like I don't have the same connection with them as I do with diesel and electric because I'm only 25. I grew up around diesel and electric engines. Um, so I haven't spent enough time with steam trains to properly fall in love with them. You know what I mean? Most of the steam trains that I've seen are stationary. You know, like at the National Railway Museum and stuff like that. Um, it's very rare these days to see a steam train in action moving about, unless you go to heritage railways and stuff like that. So yeah, I just really haven't really had a chance to fall in love with them in the same way that I have with steam with diesel and electric trains. Steam is more interesting because of the way they work. Definitely, yeah, Steam is definitely, it's really cool how they work. And at the National Railway Museum, they actually have I believe, Merchant Navy class Southern Railway engine, which is cut open and like you can see inside the boiler and see like all the inner workings of it. And it's really cool. It's really interesting how complicated they are and how it all works. Um, I definitely think steam engines are interesting in the way that they work. Um, but again, in terms of like visuals, in terms of how they look, and my personal experience in riding on trains and stuff like that, I've just got a bit more of a connection with diesel and electric. What did you want to do when you were growing up? I wanted to be a train driver actually for quite a long time. For quite a lot of my childhood, that was something that I thought would be really fun to do, and maybe it still would be. Perhaps it's. I don't think I'd really feel comfortable having so many people's lives in my hands. So for that reason, I think it's maybe not the job for me. But when I was a kid, that was all I ever wanted to do was drive trains. You should go to pilot school. Um, I'm not actually that interested in flying, to be honest. I did attend Air Cadets for 2 years during my teens, but I never actually got a chance to go flying, and I also never really wanted to progress that into the RAF. It was just something that kept me busy twice a week. Um, so it was a fun time, but again, I've never really been seriously interested in flying, to be quite honest. May I ask what AMA stands for? It's Ask Me Anything. Madison says that's so interesting. Yeah, I had a great time in the Air Cadets. It was really fun. Again, there was a lot of theory involved, like aircraft recognition and stuff like that. But I never actually got a chance to go flying, which is a shame. In almost 2 years that I was there, it never happened. But I had a good time. It was quite fun. Um, I learned a lot, and yeah, it was never something that I intended to progress. I never wanted to go into the armed forces or anything like that. But the cadets was a great experience. Okay, it's 20 past 5, so I'm going to keep going for another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to end the stream there. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to try to keep streams to 2 hours from now on because the 3 hour streams are really taking it out of me. Speaking almost non-stop for 3 hours is not doing my vocal cords any favors. So I'm going to try to keep streams to 2 hours in future. And this stream, like I say, it is going to end in about 10 minutes. So if you want to get any final questions in, then please feel free to do that now. You should do a cooking live. That would be cool. Potentially, yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not the best cook in the world. I can just about manage egg fried rice and tuna pasta. But yeah, I could do. I could attempt a cooking live stream. You know, make a curry, an Indian curry or a Japanese, a katsu curry, which I absolutely love. I could try that. I could try a simple recipe, maybe. Would definitely be worth considering. There are a lot of other live stream ideas that I have, but I'm just not sure how to implement them. Like, for example, I want to do a piano live stream, but it's something that would be quite difficult to set up because of where my piano is, and because I'd have to have the camera quite far away from me so that you can see the whole piano in shot. So it's something that I'd like to do, but it'd be tricky to figure out the logistics of it. And the same goes for something like that. Like, there's lots of things that I'd like to do on stream, but I'm just in the process of working out how we do that. Scott says, got a bit of blood next to your nose. That's a spot. Yeah, I've got a spot. Sorry. Favorite food, says that random stuff 02. My favorite meal is pie. I like a nice pie and mashed potato, bit of gravy. That's definitely my kind of thing. Rachie, you're my favourite TikTok creator. I really enjoy watching your lives. Thank you, Rachie. I hope you're enjoying this one. But yeah, so as I say, next stream is going to be on Friday. Charlie, what type of pie? Chicken. I like chicken pie. Chicken pie is my favourite. Vicious Binman says, do you always ignore comments? I try not to ignore any comments. If you've asked me a question that didn't appear, then it's because it's been automatically flagged. And if it's been automatically flagged, it's probably because it was an inappropriate question. But if you want to try and reword the question in a way that gets around the automatic content filters, then, knock yourself out. But, those kind of questions get blocked for a reason. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, as I was saying, Friday's stream is going to be my Jumping Spider stream. For those of you who were not aware, I've mentioned it a few times before. I do keep Jumping Spiders. I don't have any at the minute, but I've bought a new one just yesterday, and it's going to be arriving on Friday. So Friday's live stream, I'm going to be unboxing and setting up my new enclosure for my Jumping Spider. So if you're interested in spiders or in creepy crawlies in general, if it's the kind of thing that you want to see, then feel free to come along on Friday for that. I'm getting a Phidippus ardens, a widow jumping spider. It's a really, really tiny little jumping spider. It has a red abdomen with a black stripe, which is where it gets its name from. But I'm basically starting from scratch because it's been a few months. It's actually been over a year since I had my last jumping spider. So, as if you have think you have a fan base, says the Don 09PQ. I've got 2,500 followers, so I would call that a fan base personally. But yeah, so the new spider is coming. It is going to be here on Friday. A few people have asked today about it, and unfortunately, it's not here right now. But it is going to be arriving on Friday. The enclosure's coming as well, and I'm going to build that on stream and then sort of unbox the spider on TikTok Live. So if you are interested in seeing that, then feel free to come along for that. As I also mentioned on Monday, I've not got any videos coming out this week, so there's not going to be anything tomorrow or on Saturday. I'm taking a little bit of a break this week. So please don't be alarmed if you find that there's no new uploads over the next few days. But videos should be back to normal next week once I've recharged my batteries a little bit. Jordan says, do you have any other pets? I don't know. I don't at the minute. I've had plenty of pets in my lifetime. Obviously, I'm a big cat person, and I've had a few cats in my lifetime. At the minute, nothing. But as I say, I will be getting the jumping spider. And I'd like to get a few jumping spiders, actually. Maybe at some point I could get a little selection of them, because it's very much one of those hobbies where people tend to get quite a lot. It's one of those hobbies, where you get one and then you end up getting another and another and another. And some people have got entire rooms in their house where they just have like 50 tarantulas. I don't think I'm going to be that extreme just yet. But yeah, one day maybe I'll work up the courage to get myself a tarantula. For now, I'll stick to jumping spiders. But yeah, no other pets. I'm not really interested in having large pets. If I get more pets, I'd like them to be small pets that I can keep in a tank or a cage. Just because they're a little bit easier to look after in some cases. There's quite a few insects that I'd like to have, like millipedes especially. I'd love to get like a giant African millipede. I think they're really cool. But yeah, I think in terms of like traditional pets, like cats and dogs and guinea pigs, I'm not really that interested in at this point in time. But thanks for asking. Okay, so we're coming up to 5:30 now. We're going to keep going for another 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to wrap things up. So if there's any final questions that you want to get in, now is your chance. Normal pets are boring, you do you. Yeah, I kind of... Not necessarily boring. I feel like they're not necessarily the most interesting, which I guess is kind of the same thing. But yeah, I think I am more interested in more unusual, more exotic pets, more interesting animals like insects and spiders and stuff like that. Snakes, I'm not sure. I do have a couple of friends who keep snakes, and they are really interesting. The only problem with snakes is that you have to feed them quite large live food. And keeping that food keeping live food is a bit of a tricky thing to do. That's why I like jumping spiders, because you can feed them mealworms, and mealworms don't require any maintenance. You can just keep them in a box and they live for quite a while. Whereas with larger spiders and stuff like that, you have to feed them crickets or flies. And when when you have an animal that eats other animals, you have to then keep those animals as well. Like if you have a snake, you have to keep mice to feed to the snake, right? If you have a tarantula, you have to keep crickets to feed to the tarantula. Whereas with jumping spiders, you just keep a box of mealworms, give them one of those a few times a week, and you're done. So I think for the time being, I'll stick with jumping spiders, because they're very, very low maintenance. Aaron says, "Are you not in UK?" Yeah, I am in the UK. Am I watching England on Saturday? Asks Rachie. I don't really follow football, to be honest. I've no idea how we're doing in the Euros. Hopefully good, but I genuinely don't know. I don't follow football in any way. Obviously, out of responsibility, out of obligation, I will support England and hope that they do well. But I'm not really going to be following it, to be perfectly honest with you. Warren says, "Do they bite? Jumping spiders? No, absolutely not. I mean, all spiders, well, most spiders can bite, yes, but the vast majority of them won't. It's very much it's a last resort kind of thing, kind of like how a bee will only sting you if it has no other options. Like if it can't get away, it'll sting you. The same is true for most spiders. They're not very... Like they're aggressive to smaller animals, but to things that are larger than them, obviously they're not going to attack, right? Like if picture like a 50-foot giant coming up to you, you're not going to bite his ankle, right? You're going to run away. And spiders are the same, especially jumping spiders. They're not going to bite you unless there's literally no other option. If they feel threatened, they'll run away. When are you playing Minecraft? On Monday, I'm going to be playing more Minecraft. So if you want to see more of that, join me on Monday. Aaron says, I feed mine frozen thawed mice. So do they have to be alive for snakes? Because with spiders, the animal, the food actually has to be alive, or they just won't eat it. Like if you put like a dead mealworm in a jumping spider's enclosure, it just won't touch it. It has to be alive. I don't know if the same is true for snakes, but I always assumed that it was, that they had to eat the mice live. No, it's illegal to feed live food to snakes in the UK. Oh, well, thanks for letting me know. Now we know. So yeah, maybe I could keep snakes then if I don't have to keep them live. So evidently, yeah. So snakes don't actually need to eat live food, but with spiders, they very much do. Not just jumping spiders, any spiders. If you've got tarantulas or anything like that, they will not eat dead food. It has to be alive. Which again is one of the things that puts me off keeping larger spiders, is that if you want to feed them crickets or flies or anything like that, you have to then keep the crickets and flies alive. Whereas with jumping spiders, you can feed them mealworms, and mealworms, you really don't have to do anything to keep them alive. They just live on their own. Ever heard of Japanese trapdoor spider? Yes, I have. I think trapdoor spiders are really cool. The way that they, build little burrows and then jump out and pull the prey down. I think they're really cool. I think spiders in general are really interesting in the way that they hunt and the way that they gather their food. And I just love that there are so many different ways that spiders act. Like you've got trapdoor spiders that dig little burrows. You've got sand spiders that literally bury themselves. They bury sand on top of their heads and then jump out. You've got, most spiders make webs and stuff like that. I just think they're so cool. That is so interesting because they're such a diverse group of animals. There's just so much to them. There's so much variety there. And I think they're very misunderstood, definitely. And I say that as someone who was previously very scared of spiders, and I think to some extent I'm still a little bit creeped out by them. But they're very misunderstood, right? At the end of the day, people don't really fear like ants, for example, in the same way that they fear spiders. It just seems that like spiders are disproportionately feared, like compared to other insects and arachnids. And I don't get why. And I'm trying to understand why, and trying to, by keeping spiders, it helps me to understand them better and to feel less afraid of them. Can I see your enclosure? I don't actually have an enclosure yet. The enclosure's coming with the spider. When my previous jumping spider died, I got rid of the enclosure as well. So I'm basically starting from scratch. I'm getting a new enclosure, new substrate, new furniture and stuff like that. I'm basically, it's as if I'm getting a spider for the first time, but I'm not. It's just like I am, if that makes sense. But yeah, so it will, like when I do the stream on Friday, you'll get to see like the whole shebang, right? You'll get to see me put together the enclosure, put the substrate in and all that kind of stuff, and then you'll see me unbox the actual spider as well. How long do they live? Jumping spiders, most species live for about a year or two. It also depends what age you get them, of course. The one that I'm getting and the ones that I usually get are sub-adult, so it means they're not quite full-grown. They maybe have 2 or 3 molts left in them before adulthood. So yeah, at best you can expect maybe a year out of them. I thought spiders only lasted a season. It very much depends on the spider. Like there's massive variety. Obviously, Household spiders tend to not live for very long. Jumping spiders can have quite a decent lifespan. And obviously when you get into like tarantula territory, tarantulas can live for like 10, 15 years. And in fact, the oldest spider that ever lived was a tarantula, and I believe it was like 47 years old, which is insane for a spider to live for that many years. But yeah, like it's one of those things where the bigger the spider, the longer they tend to live. Like a big old tarantula that'll live for a decade, right? How much do they cost? It again really massively depends on the type of spider. The jumpers that I've got, the one that I've bought this time, the Phidippus ardens, the widow jumping spider, that cost £20 for the spider itself, which is a pretty decent price. Some are more expensive, some are less. It depends on how rare the spider is, how old it is. You know, if you get them younger, they're a little bit cheaper, but also require a bit more maintenance. And again, size very much plays into it. Tarantulas are more expensive, and the bigger the actual spider itself, the more it's going to cost. But yeah, like I say, the one that I've bought, 20 quid. Do they just live in a glass tank? Pretty much, yeah. So my previous jumping spider actually lived in an old fish tank. I had a fish tank that was about this big and this tall, and I just stood it on its side so that it was like more vertical, and put like a Perspex panel on the front with some air holes in, and it lived in that quite nicely. The ventilation wasn't perfect, which is why I'm buying a specialized enclosure this time, because it has, you know, better ventilation for the spider. But yeah, in terms of their enclosure, jumping spiders in particular are very, very low maintenance. You don't need a heat lamp. You don't really need any light at all. You just need a good enclosure. It needs to be quite tall because they're climbing spiders. Plenty of air holes. Spray some water in there every few days so that it's nice and humid for them, and that's pretty much it. They are incredibly low maintenance pets, which is good. Didn't you say you're ending your live at 5:30? I did, and we are almost 10 minutes over, so I'm going to wrap things up in just a moment. But everyone started asking me questions about spiders, and of course I couldn't resist. That random stuff 02 says, how big are they? Sorry, that question got hidden. Let me just approve that. I don't know why that got flagged. Sorry. So the one that I'm getting, again, widow jumping spider, they grow up to about 1 centimeter in size, so about the size of my thumbnail there. Jumping spiders in general, they don't get very big. They are on the smaller side. The biggest jumping spider species in the world is the Hylas diardi, which I've actually owned before. But even those, they're very, very small spiders. Like I say, you get in like 1 centimeter or 2 max, with a leg span of maybe 1 inch. And again, most jumping spiders are that sort of very, very small size. So they don't require a lot of space either, which is good. But anyway, that is going to be the last question. I'm not going to answer any more questions, so stop asking right now. We have overrun by 10 minutes, but that's okay. It's been a good stream. I hope you've enjoyed the coin counting that we did earlier, and you know, enjoyed seeing my coin collection. And if you want to see more coin content, then you know, let me know, because I'd be happy to do more. Next stream is going to be on Friday. It's going to be the unboxing of my new jumping spider, as we've just discussed. So if you want to join for that and you want to see the spider up close and personal, then come along on Friday for that one. What else is there to say? If you've enjoyed the stream, obviously, then please consider giving me a follow. I have plenty of other videos and streams that you might be interested in. I make a lot of hobby content. Obviously, I collect coins, I have a model railway, I collect Lego, jumping spiders. There's a lot. There's something for everyone. So I'm sure you'll find something that interests you if you want to go and check out my account and see what's there. And also, obviously, I do a lot of trans-focused content as well, if you're interested in that. So please feel free to follow if you want to know any more. And as always, if you want to support me financially, then please consider checking out my Patreon. It's $5 a month with a 7-day free trial, and you'll get access to behind-the-scenes content and a shout-out on TikTok Live. That's all from me for today, so thank you all for joining once again, and I will see you on Friday for